Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Moya. I know it's not the African calendar. I know there's a proper way to call it, Nekoko. I'm sure you'll correct us properly. But this is a series that we are running for you guys so that when the seasons change, you change with the seasons and we know what's going on, what talents to use so that we can optimize and we can. I wonder why there's feedback and I hope it's not affecting the other children.
Oh yeah, I can hear it on your.
Are we cool that side, Coco?
Yeah, on my, but I can hear the feedback on your side.
Yeah. And it's not from your side, man. Good evening to everybody who's joined. Can you just let us know if the feedback is distracting? And if not, then we can just go ahead with today's lesson. I'm just quickly I'm getting my pen and paper ready. Um, Maybe it'll be better. I'm not feeling aware. So let me keep quiet. Welcome to Gogo as usual, who gives us these lessons on the 21st of every month so we can get ready for the new season. I don't know what this feedback is, but since you guys are not saying it's causing distraction on your side, we will continue as I hand over to the Gogo. Thank you so much. I hand over to you. No, we've completely lost you. I think there's a problem on your side, actually.
Should I?
The feedback is on your side. Are you using earphones or your laptop or are you doing something different today? We can't hear you.
Let me rejoin. I'm gonna
Okay,
rejoin.
no problem. All right. Gogo says he's going to use the link to rejoin. Guys, my boobs are not this cute. It's actually the top that's holding them up. I know that they could be causing quite a lot of drama, but look, it's fake. Just waiting for the link from Gogo Mokgadi to get into this new season. I was just telling her, Guti, it was so helpful last season to know what was going on and to be aligned. I'm really enjoying these series because they are actually helpful. And I think that's the reason some of you guys are here is because it's actually quite helpful. So I'm just waiting for her link, and there it is. Oop, there it is. Oop, there it is. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Perfectly. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Gogo, for your space yet again. Welcome everybody. Dumelang, Sanbonani, Thokozani, greetings to those that don't speak our languages down here. And yes, welcome back again to another knowledge sharing session that we have on Moya. Yes, the amazing space. Yes, doing the most. Got December and you're working. Thank you so much for joining us. We know a lot of you guys Kiki December bossy. So yeah, and you still managed to be here. Thank you so much. I think it won't be too long today. And yeah, as usual, I made a few notes so that I don't lose my train of thought because my brain is overly active. So also just drop the questions you have here in the comment section if we're losing you. Yeah, we're just gonna we do these things in a simplified manner so that because at times you would speak about a certain thing, but you speak because you know and it doesn't translate to other people. So we speak of the African calendar or the calendar based on the southern hemisphere, which is a solar based calendar, but there's also effects of the stellar as well as the lunar when we're speaking about this. But we are basically tracking the movement of the sun all around the 12 houses that we have as the zodiacs as you know them. But with our calendar, it is inverted because we are in the southern hemisphere. And this is knowledge that was taken from us from here down south, and then it was refined and made suitable for the people up north. That is why we are crazy here. We keep on wearing you're hiring some man to wear like a very hot outfit in the middle of summer, which brings me to what today is. So yeah, so this season, this is the fourth season of our year on the African calendar, but this is marked and introduced by a phenomenon that we call the summer solstice. So yeah, so for those who have been with us in the beginning, I think we have touched on the spring equinox. We explained equinoxes just basically means the same amount of night and day that happens at a particular time. But with the solstices now, this would be how far the sun is away from our planet here. So our summer solstice, we mark it on the 21st of December in the southern hemisphere. And this is basically the hottest day and the longest day of the entire year. And this is when the sun now shines directly above the Tropic of Capricorn. But if you're in the northern hemisphere, then it would be the Tropic of Cancer, which is going to bring us now how we're going to marry all these things here that we're going to be talking about. So yeah, so with the summer solstice, so this is basically now the sun being at its hottest, because now we're going to use this energy now, and it's going to need to sustain us when we're going into hibernation now. So that is why this is the actual hottest day of the year. But if you are into astrology and yeah, maybe you read the stars and whatnot, so a bit more accurate, you would see this phenomenon tomorrow on the 22nd. But we mark it on the 21st just for consistency. But we know that nature is not rigid like how we are rigid. So yeah, so this calendar, yeah, so it's not a religion we are forming. This is basically how we understanding how we can enhance the forces of nature, and they just have names. And yeah, also I think we explained it with our last live, the purpose of like mythology, purpose of all these stories, but you would see, especially for those who are raised in a religious household, you would see a lot of similarities with the things that we're going to be speaking about as well. So that is our summer solstice. And if you see in the sky as well, you would see the Sirius star is in alignment with the Orion's belt. So you would see it with those three stars. And if you grew up in a religious household like I did, you would be familiar with the story of the three wise men, and it would happen the birth of the sun, SON. For those who are familiar with that, with those kind of fables or whatever it is you want to call them, but yes, because Barika Christmas, that is when the SON would be born. But this is a stolen concept again from our people, our ancient ones, and yeah, this is us going to explain why they say that this is the birth of the sun. But this is now the summer solstice, and solstice basically means like the sun is standing still, basically, but it's not standing still. This is now at its highest point. So from the 21st up until the 21st up until the 23rd, this is now the sun beginning its journey now back to the northern hemisphere, because after we entering the second quarter of the warm months now, right? So this is the beginning of summer. Summer solstice basically marks the beginning of our summer season, right? So this sun, this hydrogen that the sun and this life giver, remember sun is our life giver, that is pumping here now, is gonna be our sustenance for when we go into our hibernation. So on the 23rd now, you will see the sun is making a return back to the northern hemisphere. And you would see, like with this phenomenon, 23 to the 23rd, this would be, for those maybe grew up in the township, Bati ilanga liyajiva on Christmas. So this would be the phenomenon, you're another summer solstice. And how we celebrate or take part or revere the summer solstice. So in ancient times, Bona, there would be like a temple, right? So in this temple, they need to make sure that the fire keeps burning. the incense is lit, like the divinity of the house will still be maintained, which is going to tie into the principle that we're going to be speaking about today. So you would see likely a lot of healers. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced it, but a ceremony called Sichiso. So they're basically using fire for transformation, for purification. So for those who have Gogo people, or those Bako Zayoni, or these marking spiritual churches, the churches that don't want to be associated with us, but yeah, by lack of knowledge, yeah, so they would have something called Sichiso. So this is also another ceremony. So besides water, so all elements cleanse, and there's different shamans that handle different processes. So there's other people who are gifted who cleanse with the fire, so yeah, so and also yeah, we put offerings as well, we drum, you can say good rising to the sun, when the sun sets again. So yeah, just observe this period that happens now, so which happens on the 21st. And then so let us get into our principle that we're speaking about today. So today, the fourth month or the fourth season on our calendar, southern-based solar calendar, is the season of Nebt-Het. So if you're familiar with Greek mythology, they refer to Nebt-Het as Nephthys or something like that. Yeah, I can't pronounce it, but yeah, that's how they refer to her. And it's a feminine, it's a divine feminine principle. And the season happens from the 23rd of December up until the 23rd of January, where we're gonna enter into our new season, which is also gonna be, we're gonna mention it a lot in today's knowledge sharing session. And then the color, the season is blue. So yeah, so please write these down. So these are the things that align you with the season. So you can have these either on your beam or on your altars or komsama or your sacred space. So where you do your sacred and you are just talking to yourself, or your meditations or whatever. So these are the things that align us nicely with the season, Nebt-Het. So the color is blue. And for those who are into energy reading or color reading and whatnot, so you know that blue is a spiritual color. You'd also see it in the other churches that I mentioned, Boma, Zayoni. So you know that the blue color would also be associated with like cosmic resonance and cleansing with waters and whatnot, So blue is also a very spiritual color, and those who would advise to use this candle for a certain thing, they would tell you no blue that you can nicely intercede with the cosmos, as above so as below kind of situation. And then the metal, the season is silver. So what I do, so I have a cheat sheet. So I get these bracelets here. So it's a merger of my bronze, it's a merger of the gold, and it's also got silver. But you can get silver, can get these the multi shop or your disc games if you wanna circulate your money in the wrong hand. But I can get a silver bracelet. And so silver as a metal itself, it is used to ward off negativity, So you'd also see like with people that do like Buma water cleansers, or those who are in communication with the netters or with the waters, you would see their staff, or I don't know, am I allowed to call them like Mazayon? So when they go to the waters, you'd see the staff is silver, So that is also for protection and warding off against this negativity. So there's the silver color yarona. And then the incense is lily of the valley. So it's an easy to get one. It's also a very common one. But this links back to another thing that I'm going to be speaking about, the lotus flower. So lily of the valley, get yourself that incense. That is the incense that resonates with the season. And then the scent yakona is lotus. So we're going to go more. I want to speak more on the lotus flower. And then the plant or the tree yakona is a willow tree. So yeah, so you don't have to go uproot a willow tree. So if you live in Soweto, maybe the area is Bodube, Bomfolo, so there's a park, Komfolo. I think people my mother's age, they know it as Boma Five Roses. So there's a lot of willow trees there. So if you want to go meditate or whatever, go get a branch from that, get yourself that willow tree. So yeah, we don't want to go into depth with the spiritual benefits of willow tree, but yeah, go get something, a representation here of a willow tree. And then the stone yakona is an alabaster a gemstone. So the alabaster gemstone. So this is a stone. So the chakra hands will tell us more on this one, but this is a stone that provides mental clarity, spiritual awareness. It promotes creativity as well. But also for those who do like energy work or healing, kadi stones then, or you actively using your stone, the alabaster is a stone that soaks up like energies from other stones. So with the clear quartz enhances energies, but the alabaster yona, like it sort of swallows the energy of a stone. So if you're using like maybe two stones, just put like your alabaster in one hand. Don't mix it with the other stones because it absorbs those energies and then it can't express itself with its own qualities. And then with the animals, we always emphasize, so you don't have to go get these animals. Please don't get animals on your or being, but we just look at the characteristics of these animals. And the animals that are associated with our deity is our vulture, our dolphin, as well as a tortoise. So the commonality amongst these three animals is their heightened intelligence. So those who are into animals, or I don't know if it's a general knowledge kind of situation, that dolphins are considered very smart. The tortoise itself, for those also who are into healing spaces, maybe you guys will expand more on the uses of a tortoise, but also that is an animal that represents your patience, that represents the whole principle of whatever it is that you need is in you. So a tortoise has its shell and like it basically sustains itself. And then our vulture, besides also being associated with higher intelligence and wisdom and all of that, the vulture also represents death and a rebirth. So those are the animals that are associated with our principle in Nebt-Het. And then, I'm on track. I made notes today. So like I said, Nebt-Het, for us who speak the Bantu languages, in the Nguni language, we refer to Nebt-Het as Umvikelikazi, so the protector. And then Kasisotho ke Mosireledi. So this is a god now who protects you now in the afterlife. To not be confused with the other deities that we spoke about, but whatever hidden things that you're not seeing for the afterlife, this would be the deity that would be assisting you and providing you with protection. But also, this is a deity that is the other names, Nebt-Het, that call her a mistress of the waters, which is also linking now again to our lotus flower that we're going to be speaking about, just in a couple of minutes now. So mistress of the waters, also associated now with a rebirth when life began. I know we haven't done the African creation story, but how life began from the waters itself, And then other names would be Lady of the House or a Kasizulu. There's what's his name? Ntombi. Yeah, so the person this great matriarch in a household, but in this instance would be now, let's say, in the temple itself, in the temple where you're making sure nothing is in shortage. This is enough. The food on this table is full. So this would be lady of the house. This would be Nebt-Het Waruna. And then Nebt-Het also, we're going to touch a little bit into the mythology Arona. So Nebt-Het also was this very, very faithful bestie of Oset, which is our god, the mother. So those who started with us with our new year, I know we have mentioned Oset or Isis, if you are familiar with Greek mythology. So this would be the sister to Oset and also Uasa. So Nebt-Het as well. On our last month's lesson, we spoke about how Jehud went into a gambling situation, and from that gambling, Jehud won, and they were granted 5 extra days. That's why our calendar has 365 days versus the initial calendar that only had 360 days, with a week that was 10 days long. But now with the extra 5 days, Nebt-Het forms part of the deities that were birthed in these 5 days by Ugebnonu. So we have our Oset, we have our Asa, we have Heru, so the child to these ones. So we have Heru the young, and then we have Oset and Set. So Nebt-Het and Set, and the consort to Nebt-Het. So for those born Jolo 99, those who are looking for a perfect partner, this would be your set. So your perfect companion is set. I know. And yeah, so on the calendar as we know it, we say this is the season year Capricorn, but it's actually the season year Cancer. And if you observe the Cancer symbol, yeah, thing, it's shown as a crab, right? And we know a crab can exist both in the waters and also on land, which shows this principle, yeah, what's this connection, yeah, to the material world as well as the cosmic world, yeah, but yeah, we don't want to go more into that, but deity ena rona, so Cancer house is ruled by the moon, and now we mentioned how Oset, remember Oset also, this is God the mother, and we associate God the mother, lay our deity rona, yeah, the moon. But now let us get into the deeper into the mythology now. So yeah, those who know me, I definitely love associating our creation story or our African spirituality to the Lion King, the stories of the Lion King. So if you've seen the Lion King, yeah, a couple of things would make better sense in for you. So in the mythology now, Oset is sisters with Nebt-Het, right? So Nebt-Het is the one that assists Oset to go collect the missing parts. Remember, Asa was chopped up into pieces and was into confinement, and his parts were thrown at different places. And Oset, so in the weeping of Oset for Asa, Nebt-Het is there as well, weeping with the sister Oset. When they go collect these 13 body parts that Asa to remember. So remember, we said remember. This is us now tapping into our genetic memory. We are collecting ourselves back. This consciousness, and this is us remembering who we are. So we are putting the pieces of our God selves back together. So Nebt-Het is the one Okapang Oset, and when Oset is invoking, speaking words of magic, Nebt-Het is there by her side as well, but they're also placed at different locations. One is at the foot, the one is at the head when they're invoking for Asa to be brought back to life. But now the naughty now. So Nebt-Het has an offspring called Anpu. So those who know Greek mythology, Anpu would be our Anubis. So they say Anpu is the child to Set and Nebt-Het. But other scholars though say that Asa, so the green god, had an affair. So had an affair with the brother. So remember, these people are also brother and sister, but they're also consorts. So Asa had an affair with Nebt-Het, and in that affair, that was when Anpu was birthed. So other people say that is why actually Set went after Asa, or in the Lion King, that would be Uska going after Mufasa, because now you're stepping on my toes. You're going for my woman, my guy. You're my brother, and you're going for my woman. So that is the birth. Yeah. So that is part of the mythology story where our child Anpu comes from, and Anpu, that is the god, or that would be depicted with the jackal face or the dog head, the Watcher, Umqaphikazi. So yeah, but for the creation story, we say that Anpu was birthed by Set le Nebt-Het. All right. Okay, so let us move from our mythology part of it. And then also another principle I forgot, yeah, another characteristic I forgot, Nebt-Het. So Nebt-Het, which is gonna tie into the season that we're gonna go into the next month. So Nebt-Het is actually the principle that also nurses the young, nurses this baby God in you so that you can reach ascension. So in the story, they say that this is the nurse to Heru the young. So yeah, Heru is also going to be another interesting season. So please do show up for Heru. I love Heru. So this is now, we're going to go like a little bit deeper into now Nebt-Het, principle Nebt-Het, and yeah, what do we mean like by nursing you, So yeah, in other texts, they would refer to Nebt-Het as a nurse, but not nurse, yeah, I'm healing. Yeah, well, it is some sort of healing per se, but this is now the nurturer, and you would see like those who are privileged enough to have people born season A, you would see how, it's when they are there, like Honali extra TLC, they're always taking care of whoever, or they're the biggest carriers of I don't know, the family. They're feeding everybody in the family, but it's just that nurturing energy that they have, you know. So let us get into our principle and our function, yeah, Nebt-Het. So the principle, yeah, Nebt-Het is secretion. I don't know if I need to define secretion, but it's secretion. And in this season now, our diet is very important as well. So what we are putting into our body is very important. And also now a principal higher offers that comfort. You know, I think a lot of us have had maybe a very interesting and trialing time this year, you know. So this is the energy now that offers you that comfort, you know. And I think, you know, with us as a people, somewhat we are light, but we're not even aware of what is happening, you know, with this season. You know, we sort of somewhat in alignment, you know. And because you'd see at this time, you know, after your working the salary at December that are supposed to last you up until Jan. After the Fedi, there should be a time where some people, you know, that want to sit and, you know what, let me restart, let me, you know, like let me prepare for entering the Gregorian year with this newness. And so this is also this energy that is prevalent. Yeah, Nebt-Het Yarona. So Nebt-Het also protects the young so that they can awaken their divinity, you know, and the mastery of the spiritual realm. So Nebt-Het helps us because we're still baby gods now at this period, right? And now though the season, the seed that we had planted, what time is it? Got the new year, got the spring equinox. This is now this fruit now it's blossoming now and it's coming into fullness. So this is the principle Yaro. This is how effective our principle ya Nebt-Het is. And now I think we did trace it, right, that we moved now into the Cancer house. And so Nebt-Het helps you now to give you that extra courage, that extra commitment, you know, to the goals that you had set then, you know, and you're going in bigger into the season in Ayahona. And Nebt-Het also helps you in stimulating the new perceptions that you would have, you know, also assist you with second sights, also assist you with the dreams. You know, your dreams are going to be very, very telling in this season, you know. And then also you it's a principle that helps us also communicate with the netters or with nature itself, you know. So whether you go emanzini, whether you go you're dealing with the element of fire or whatever it is, but this is that energy now that assists you in that, you know, in you being able to tap into divinity in that way, you know. So also guard your dreams at this time as well. Don't be freaked out. But yeah, I wanna get into the dream part of it when we're talking about our lotus. And then the function, yeah, Nebt-Het is sustenance, right? So I spoke how diet is so important. And in the beginning, when we're speaking about our summer solstice, and I said that the hydrogen that's being pumped right now is the hydrogen that's going to need to sustain us now when we're going into the last 3 months of this warm period before we go into our hibernation period, you know. So the food that you eat, you know, the food that you eat, they need to provide this nourishment to your body. So remember, as within, so without, as above, so is below. So whatever's happening in nature, that is happening in the cosmos, you need to treat it as that way. So you are also a body of light in that way, you know. And then I did say that this is a season now where whatever you had planted when we said Happy New Year in September, now it's coming into fullness right now. So I don't know, for those who also maybe did not set new intentions, got the new moon. Yeah, you still have time. We're gonna be approaching the full moon, but yeah, this is also on a macro scale where we're saying got newness, yeah, new year. That was you setting these new intentions, but now because this is a season that operates by the moon or that is empowered by the moon as well. Set your intentions, got the new moon. Set your intentions, and then now got full moon. This is us now also releasing and also now opening up our cognitive faculties. And then yay, we got on time. Okay, then I want to get into the rituals that are associated with our principle in Nebt-Het, right? So we're gonna take it to ancient times, and then we're gonna take it to my favorite part. I'm gonna speak about the lotus part of it. So this ceremony, yeah, Nebt-Het, it's called the lotus ceremony, or Izibu in the Nguni language. I have not found the Sesotho language for it, but yeah, I'm gonna go into that. And then in ancient times, the person who was running the ceremonies, so there's different priests that run different ceremonies. So this priest would be a priest who is in charge of divine incarnation. So remember, the one who incarnates and stuff is Uoset, but you need to also remember as his love life. Yeah, so so the priest that would be responsible for these ceremonies, because when you tie them all in, the bigger picture is to get purification, right? So this priest, Yarona, would be in charge of this ceremony, divine incarnation, ceremony of cleansing the throats. Remember from the last season we spoke about how Jehut is the principle of communication, and now it's coming in again. It's building up now. Whatever it is you are chanting, then whatever it is that you want now to overemphasize, you need to have a purified throat chakra. Chakra hands, yeah, also comment there. Natini with these things. So, but yeah, the priest guard these ceremonies would make sure the fire is kept burning. Go the temple, the incense is kept burning, whether but this would be lily of the ways, would be kept burning, and your incense, your resins, or whatever it is, in order for you to sustain this pleasantry, yeah, and the divinity of the house. Because also incense speaks, guys. There's also people who read boma smokes from incense. So all these things, guys, these are our tools. It's just unfortunate that we need to learn them from other spiritual practices, but these are things that are coming from us. And yeah, like I think if you are in the Togoza Gogo space or Makosi space, you'll meet a whole lot of interesting healers, like people who read a drop of water, how you I don't know how the water settles after you've drank. So all these things, all these elements, this is magic from us. So this would be responsibility, the priest Ena. And then let's get into our Lotus ceremony. So with this one, it's a big ceremony where I think with my friends and I, we wanted to order the lotus flower as well, just revere the season, and some Rama said, this is the birth now, Yahahu. This is the birth, Yahahu, from you being the baby son now. Now we are nurturing you and going into our God self, our into ascension, which is the season that is coming up next. So in ancient times, the lotus flower, and yeah, those maybe who are into psychedelics like I am. So the lotus flowers actually can be used as a psychedelic. It's just that in ancient times they would make it into tincture, so they would soak it up in wine. So that is why I also got this period. My friends and I, Rona Rente, we were actually bathing with the wine as well, because now this is the time for cleansing, is bathing with the wine, drinking this water from the lotus flower as well, and if you see the lotus flower itself, it represents purity, it represents spiritual enlightenment, it represents fertility, enhanced sexuality, it represents rebirth, and you would witness a lotus flower. It would come from the mud, but so every night, yeah, for I don't know, not that you're bored, but for people who observe such things or into botany and whatnot, at nighttime, the lotus flower, it cocoons back and then it sinks back into the mud. But at daytime again, when it rises, like Rama said, when it rises again, it doesn't have the dirt that you would expect from mud, which is also another thing that we need to be aware of and cognizant of. Got this season, yeah, Nebt-Het and Arona, reminding us, okay, no matter whatever you've been through, the hardships that you've been through, this breakthrough that you're wanting, these dreams that are confusing. So I don't know how your guys' season was, yeah, Jehuti, but yeah, like I was having like crazy dreams, these dreams where, I can interpret everybody else's dreams, but with mine, my gosh, the drama and the theatricals that are happening, So with sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But yes, lotus flower can be used as a psychedelic, so they either sniff it or soak it up in wine. And then, but in present day now, there's actual shamans who use the lotus flower for these ceremonies. Either I don't know the measurements of it, but for you to be able to tap into those other realms. Use with caution, guys. These things, hasidi drugs, please. These are spiritual things. These are spiritual tools that are helping us also to be able to tap into those other realms, enhancingly, if you want to practice getting into lucid dreaming as well, you can also use this lotus flower, and it's very expensive. Gatekeeper weight, the controllers of the world. So yeah, so these are things that we would use the lotus flower for. But in ancient times, and other people who are still observing these ceremonies, this would be a ceremony that you would use the coming of age, and we know our people there in the religious spaces as well. I don't know if anybody has experienced the use the lotus flower, but the baptisms and stuff like that. I know in the churches I used to go to, this period, this would be time the purification and baptism and cleansings and all of that. Is that feedback again? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah. So also
excuse me.
also our Lotus they conduct ceremonies for safe childbirth, and after the child is birthed as well, they would use this lotus flower to cleanse the baby, to cleanse the mother, because now we are preparing you to go into ascension. You have just been born. You know how delicate something that's just a new. So yeah, so I think we still good on time. Yes, we still good on time. Yeah, I think, guys, that is what I have on Nebt-Het. Gogo, do you have any questions? I think it was simple.
I think I want we would love you to expand more on the lotus flower and the principles and what it signifies and stuff.
Okay, so with the ceremonies today, some people do still practice, some people don't. But yeah, like I was saying, that lotus, it's a very sacred flower, and how I said, it represents purity, spiritual enlightenment. So with the spiritual enlightenment, this would be where now it's either used like a how, or used as for you to be able to tap into that realm. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with psychedelics, but I think my favorite thing from these retreats, these psychedelic retreats, is recognizing that the only true time is now. So when you are when you are invoking things and saying I want things, so that is why, like, people who do boma works of affirmations, work of what's this boma the secret, they always emphasize that you need to say things in the now. So boma lotus flower can literally assist you now tapping into, and now that you're thinking hore, it's ancient. Like for me, for example, I know I managed to go into like a world that seems so ancient, where I'm seeing like these giant spaceships and giant snakes, but like I can tell what, like, this is not ancient. This is not a world am I throwing or in, but the only true time is now. Like yesterday or a minute ago doesn't exist anymore. The future doesn't exist yet. So you always need to be encouraged to live in the now. So lotus flower, yeah, don't use it as a psychedelic, but yeah, if you want to do such things, and yeah, also use it for cleansing, because also these things carry their own energies. Like I said, it represents purity, how it grows in mud, but it still retains the purity, it still retains the cleanliness thereof. And then you said you want me to go into the principle of it, or where we can use this one. Okay, so like I was saying, that Nebt-Het way too. This is the nurse. So don't divorce her from a nurse, but nurse as in the nurturer, right? And we spoke about how she helps the ones who are still young, either young in spirit or young, you have not been in tune with your not spiritual gifts per se, but you don't know how to tap into the other realm, and I would encourage everybody, but sometimes, yeah, if it's too early, sometimes you don't encourage Uguti Bola, your third eye, because at times, sometimes you're not ready to see such things, but you need to be able to have that self of yours that exists in the cosmos, be able to get answers from yourself, because like I'm saying, all these things that we're speaking about, this is actually you finding the God in you. You know, we are our own savior. So like, stay away from, not okay. Sorry, let's not tell people what to do. But I don't encourage people to always look for divinity outside of yourself. You are you're part of divinity. You are your own rescuer. You know, when you're going through the most, you know, when you're able to center, when you're able to, okay, let me meditate and do this is you literally getting answers from yourself. You know, you are not apart from a God or the universe, whatever thing that you want to use, but you are, this is now this principle now that is helping you to be able to seek answers from your higher self, which is also part of the neta. You are the neta as well. You know how I also always emphasize that as much as you're born the season 18, but you embody all these energies of creation. You embody that. You know, you are, with your words, you're able to create. You know, you have the power of Jehut. You know, you enhance it by calling on these energies because they exist in the macros in nature, but in you as well. You are the micro to the macro. In you as well, they exist. So you are, I think, if we can get to a point where you recognize, Hore, I am a God, and it's not blasphemy. This is you. You are a co-creator, or you are a creator. You're a creator yourself. So you have access to these things. So these are tools, or these are principles, these are energy houses, all these things that are read in the beginning that help you align, that help you also enhance these cognitive abilities, that help you also enhance these cosmic abilities. Because everybody, guys, everybody who gift that you're able to tap in. If you want to tap in, you're able to tap in, but you just really stuff. That's why I don't encourage the use of psychedelics when you're not ready, because at times you're not vibrating at a proper level. You know, I've had an experience with a previous partner where they were going through the most, and we're like, okay, we're taking psychedelics, and they had like a horrible experience, you know, because you need to be able to respect these plants as well. I see the toys, these are not, oh my god, let's go to a rave or whatever it is. These are not toys. These are tools that are helping us enhance and seeking answers from the non-tangible, the world that's not here now. You know, you're able to tap into these cosmos. So I think we have a question. Chindao practices. It really sounds similar to Chindao practices, where even the Njeti cloth resembles. That's right. Tulisa, yes, correct. A vehicle to becoming a clear channel and finding a spiritual language. Absolutely, yes. Ah, man, I should have been wearing my endowed cloth. But yeah, those who have seen the endowed cloth, it is also shaped as the lotus flower. And those who know Ga, Sindao, and all of that, you know it's always associated with the water. And those who go through initiation yasindawo, they don't say Katwasa, but Parula, but yeah, the Twoza Gogos and the Makosis will explain to us if it's not a hidden secret, will explain to us what is Tuparola. But this is a spirit or an energy that is associated with the water, where you're retrieving these powers and this ancient knowledge and these enhancements from the waters. So that is why the Njeti cloth, as much as it is produced, Gibo, repaired, and the people local China and local India, because guys, let us make our own stuff. When are we getting into production? But yeah, the Ndao cloth is it has the lotus flower on it. And yes, this Gogo explained it so beautifully. So please go read that comment there in the comment section. She explained it very beautifully. But yeah, that is there's other ceremonies and other names that they use for the shamans for these practices as well. You know, it's not just makobomo as you would know them, but there's for a certain energy that you are enhancing or working with, or we are kulisa lo moya lona. There's different rituals and different mutis and different things from nature that you use to enhance and be able to be in alignment with this energy that you are saying, Wuti, you are ascending to. Yeah, I don't know if we have any more questions, Kogi. Do you want to go through the...
You know what I wanted to ask you?
Yes, Kogi.
So, the phase that we're in right now, could I liken it to like if you start a fire, there's that process where before the fire actually holds, where you have to put air and add this and add that and kindling. Is that where we are?
That's where we're at, Gogo. That is where we're at, and it's nice that you're mentioning the fire again, because I said that remember when we're speaking about our summer solstice, Hori, actually these fire ceremonies, and now I spoke about now you're a baby god. Now yeah, this fire. You're giving life to the fire now, so that it rises to, so that the fire catches. So you're providing this thing. What is it? Oxygen. Oh, my science is off now.
Yes,
But
yes,
yes,
yes.
yes. So that is where it's a revival. It's basically a rebirth again now.
So
We are.
with the projects that you started in September, it means you still have to breathe air into them and still put
Yeah.
energy in.
Moya. Yes, correct, correct, correct.
Mm.
That is correct. Is a Ndawu cloth. Palo that you are wearing is a Ndawu cloth, Gogo. That does not your alignment is still on fleek. Yeah, thank you. Yes, but I wanted to wear the lotus flower because I'll be speaking about the lotus flower. But it's so hot. But yeah, I'm representing with the blue for our season. This one that is from Tulisa again. Yes.
Will you
Yeah.
send us all the things? Will you send us like you did last time
Yes, yes, I'll do that. I'll
so that I
definitely do
can
that.
put it in the description box so that we know what's what and what we need to do and what we
Absolutely,
need to meditate on.
absolutely. I'll do
But
that.
basically,
Yeah,
what you have taught us today is that today is about doing everything to sustain the energy,
that's right. That's right. Yeah,
which
because now
obviously,
when
mhm.
hibernation is coming again, now we're not starting anything anew, guys. Now we're going into the spiritual work. So right now we know Kiki December boss and whatnot, and yeah, a lot of us probably were in misalignment and whatnot. But right now, like breathe life into the things that you had started. Even those maybe who did not start September and wanna use this energy now. Start now, because now the next season we're going into ascension. Now we're going into the mastery of whatever it is that you said you wanted, but like, yeah, like I'm saying, that the energy is always it's always there, but when you're in timing, then there's a better chance that the things that you say you want to win in will come to fruition, if that makes sense. Yeah.
There's a comment there.
Oh yes, it's Tulisa again. We see premature engagement in awakening processes can result in physical death, physical disease, and mental illness because one's entire energetic system hasn't been prepared. The above is the reason why tuning in and
Mm,
waiting for spirit signals is so imperative. Absolutely. Oh, I
mm,
like you. I like you. Absolutely. Yeah. So sometimes, yeah, don't force it. So like with me, like I like saying that I bumped into this content, but I was not ready for this content, and so your third, like, don't rush things of spirit. If you're solar today, but tell you, okay, next week you come with a chicken soya twasa. You always need to be in, like, if something feels off. That is why we have like our solar plexus. This is what we are raising now, but we're gonna get into it when we get into that chakra the next season. But this is like when you're doing spirit work, do not open portals you're not ready to open. Don't be. I know curiosity is a thing, but I think when you are in tune, and I think this is what we are trying to do here when we're saying we want to be in alignment with the energy that is
mm.
prevalent. We're not now in snow, and now we're celebrating the total snow that have absolutely nothing to do with us, whereas we can be with alignment in a over. Oh no, this is summer. Okay, the sun, we're getting life now, whereas in the north now they in hibernation. Now okay, winter solstice, this would be the coldest day of the year for them, so why would you want to go into hibernation and stifle whatever it is that you said in New Year, and why do you want to stifle it and not pump life into it? So I think, yeah, this is what we are basically trying to do. Be in tune with yourself. Because from those who've seen on my channel, I think I unpacked the 9 parts of the soul. And we went into the different parts of it. But yeah, don't never rush a spiritual work, guys. Please, if you can do yourself that favor, never rush spiritual work. Always you and your people or whatever your guides are, always be your first point of contact. Don't be on some But yeah, how about tenga this and you go and tenga it if it's not in resonance with you, such things. So yeah, spiritual work is very delicate, very, very delicate.
And one thing that we really don't say enough is how you really need to listen to yourself. I think that there's a lot of noise and interference and opinions, and you always want to go ask for advice and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there is so much wisdom in just sitting still and listening to how you feel about something and then
Exactly.
trusting it and following through. We tend to
Exactly.
doubt that
And I think
process.
yeah, we'll go deeper into it when we go onto our next season. Where what does it mean? Mebati no laleli dlozi. It's nothing external from you. This is literally the solar plexus of yours, the pit of the stomach thing. That is a navigation system. Just sit still. Just especially us in the city, we're so erratic. There's just so much noise from
Mm,
everywhere. There's social media and people telling us you need to do this, you need to do that. That is why I'm also not a fan of uniformity when coming to spirituality. Like my lineage is not gonna demand the exact same things as your lineage or a whatever
mm,
path that I'm in. My awakening or the opening of my eye right now is not gonna be the same as the opening of your eye right at a certain point. With some people, they go into dream states immediately like this. With somebody else, you need to be trained or need to learn the language that your energy speaks or your people speak, whatever it is you're carrying in your DNA. So yeah, I don't advocate for uniformity of spirit. Like what you're saying is very important, Gogo Guti. You only listen to you. Does this, if it feels a bit off, then kick your navigation system out. Don't engage in such things.
mm.
But I really, really like
There-
it.
There's a comment there.
Okay, Uluto says, so the beginning of spring equinox is symbolic for sowing and alignment. Hence, you refer to the full moon as harvest season or when things come to life. Yes, Kesha. Yes, Kesha. That is, yes. So, yeah, so our spring equinox, that coincides with us here, with our new year. So, we celebrated our spring equinox now in September. So, yeah, like I was saying, that this would be on the macro scale where this is now you are beginning and starting your stuff fresh now ka spring equinox, and then now ka summer solstice. Now the intention that you had set then, now they are, what's this, now you need to give them life. So same principle that I use every month. If it's a ritualistic month, let me say, where got my new moon, this is when I'm setting my new intentions. Got my full moon, everything should have come to fruition. I either burn, I release, or whatever it is. But yeah, so spring equinox, that is the beginning, Kesha. That is, yes, beginning of the calendar, beginning of life, beginning of this journey, yeah, the sun. Because right now we are literally tracking the movement of the sun. We went from the house of what house does it start in? I can't think now top of my head, but we went from that house, and then we went last month, we're in the Gemini house. Now we're in the Cancerian month. And those who are interested in zodiacs, you can read up a lot on the governing planet of Cancer. What Cancer symbolizes? Why is the crab used in thingy? Why is the crab used as the symbol for Cancer? So remember, we flip our signs like this. So although we're in Capricorn and you've known yourself as a Capricorn all your life, but look into the principles that Cancer ya gago, because that is actually your true alignment when we're basing it on where life began and where this calendar was taken from and how the movement of the sun is. So yeah, but don't discard, if you know yourself as a Capricorn, don't discard whatever characteristics, because you always need to look into the dual aspect of things when coming to trying to realign with yourself again. I we theme. Yeah.
Okay, I don't see anything else.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
We
I think
good,
we're
we
good.
good.
What do you think? I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah,
We
we
are
good.
thankful. We are thankful. At least now we know what to do in this
Yeah.
season. Um
Nah, okay. There's psychedelic medicine SA. Hi, Mr. Shaman. Uthi, so are we passing on New Year? Hi, Kesha. Asekho in misalignment. Asingeni a New Year. We just gonna chill with our friends. Mara, it's not a New Year. New Year to in September. Yeah, but it's not a New Year. But yeah, because man, we have a very difficult job as the melanated. We are trying to realign with the real calendar. Ngapha we still need to exist in the Gregorian calendar, but pulling your leg, yeah. Yeah, listen to yourself. Nzigima's why? Because when you don't walk alone, spirit can speak to you via your thoughts and emotions that you think are your own. Kanti sekuthetha idlozi nesithunywa line. Yeah, there's a skipper for you. I think you need to go print that. Listen to yourself. But yeah, so
Right? Yeah, listen to yourself.
yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, Gogo, for your space. It's really, yeah, it's a beautiful space. I love the work that you do as well. Fetching ourselves, and plugging from these systems is Dugisayo and all of that. But thank you so much and for the opportunity, and your people also who show me love as well. And my space is growing. Also grateful to you as well. But thank you. If you have questions, we can still see them after the live. But I think for the live now, we don't have anything else. But thank you, Mr. Shaman. But please go check him out as well. He's the psychedelic person. He taught me we need to respect these plants. So he probably knows a lot more about the lotus flower and how it was used and all of that. We need another live for internal matters at Moya, please.
These ones they want more content. I know them, these ones. Gogo, I didn't disturb you when you were throwing compliments at me because I was receiving. I
No,
was
please, fast, man.
completely
You deserve it. Your
taking
work
it
speaks.
in.
Your work
Thank
really speaks,
you.
Yeah. So Mina, I'm on a little sabbatical. But I see you pumping at December. There's no rest in December. Schereza all year. But
Yay.
also,
And thank
yeah.
you. Thank you for making time. It's so easy to just say to me, but actually, without all the Moya teachers, then there's actually no product.
All
So
right.
I'm so
No,
thankful, dude.
no,
I'm thankful for your graciousness and your humility. And I'm thankful that your space is growing and that my audience is giving you love because this is the space of love. And when we get feedback about our audience like that, then it makes us very proud of our audience. So
no,
thank you very, very, very much. So then
no.
that means we're gonna see you May 21. Futhi
21.
21.
Yes, we get into
21 January again.
other favorite season. Oh, Heru. Heru is gonna be cooling right now. So right now we are nurturing baby gods, the baby god in us, and we are, tapping into now. Siyabangena, reaching our God state. But thank you so much for the questions as well. Thank you for the engagement. I think that also kills the nerves, kancane, and also gives me direction. But I really, really enjoy this content a lot. And I always learn something new, every time I'm preparing, every time I'm speaking to a person born in the season, and also like seeing the characteristics of these people. Oh man, actually I do see the Nebt-Het in you, I do see the Tehuti in you, or whatever it is. And and like I'm saying, Guti, at times we're just so in alignment, but we don't even know as a people. But I guess because we are the nine ether beings, we are the gods, so maybe that's why the alignment, even though they tried to take us off route. But at times we do things, we don't understand why we do things, but this is I guess our nature selves speaking great volumes. But thank you so much. I really I really love this content, and when people also resonate and hear and is helping somebody also be in alignment with them, haholo. And my Sesotho is coming up, guys. I'm unplugging from the nguni that I'm not, but I'm gonna try get the Sesotho terms for a lot of things. I think let's
Okay.
but maybe we can go over the
Nice,
list
Alane.
the
And
alignment.
then another thing I wanted to ask you that maybe in January, maybe in that second week of January, do you perhaps mind giving us a space on the African creation story? Because every time you refer to it in these things, we
Yeah.
kind of like are trying to figure it out. So
Okay.
perhaps in the second week of January, we can have just a space on the African creation story.
Okay. No worries. No worries. We shall do
Thank
that.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody. Act my act.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. I know we're making you have a conscious festive season, but we must.
Like bathi zibandlela is December ngesizulu. So we need to be off the road, guys. Focusing.
Yeah, born again.
Thank you
Nakho.
so much for
Remember,
being.
it's such a pleasure, and thank you to you too. Guys, remember to tune in on Sunday. We've got a Moya special with Dr. Kanyisi Lishfi Chabalala, Nomsa Mazwai, and Nomsa Kekana. It's a really amazing episode. Please do tune in and continue to like, share, subscribe to the content. And remember the Dr. Zulu sessions. They're absolutely amazing. The last one was Christianity, Christmas, and colonialism. He's going to continue that talk in the next year. So please go check it out. Guys,
And
it's
he's
always nice.
amazing because he knows how to dab into the Zulu and the Sotho of cosmology. So I really, really love Dr.
Yes.
Zulu Masabo. But Gogo,
I'm going to get you guys on a conference soon. I'm just trying to connect all the dots so that all you guys meet us at one venue and we have conversations and you guys talk to each other while we listen to you guys
I know.
also.
I highly respect them. Very humble gentleman. Love, love, love Dr. Zulu. But Gogo, your channel is giving and giving and giving. But thank you so much for the grades that I hear. And yeah, those who didn't watch, please go watch Advocates episode, guys. Very, very pertinent and
Yes.
important.
Advocate Kakane's episode, ne? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hot. Hot, hot, hot. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for joining.
Mokgadi.
Thanks, Dr. Mokgadi. I'm happy that your channel is growing. Everybody, please go through and subscribe.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Africa,
Blessings, Queen.
bye.